Okay, rose cage time. Look at this beautiful rose cage. I absolutely love this. It's my favourite bit in the room. Got Strawberry Hill on either side and Wollerton Old Halls, and then 6 of those heritage roses. All strong myrrh scented roses, sweetness, it'd be beautiful. But I'm growing my Strawberry Hill not as a climber at the moment, but as a tall shrub with support from that almost invisible rose cage. Again, the link is in the description. Have you seen Strawberry Hill grown like this before? Look at the concentration of blooms there, guys. This is why I love growing these short climbers as tall shrub roses. Again, you'll see with my Bathshebas in a minute. You can see one of them in the background. Because you just get this concentration of blooms, and the fragrance on this one is next level. It is a sweet myrrh fragrance. I'm going to have a little smell. Oh, I just love myrrh fragrance. It's just wonderful. It smells so sweet and incense-like. It's gorgeous. And it's good enough for the hoverflies, look. So that Strawberry Hill eventually, provided we get some strong basil shoots out of that this year, is going up that post and onto the roof of that cage. But I'll keep a lot at this level and sort of mingle it as it goes up, so we still get this shrub rose effect, because this is perfect height for me. Just coming around here, if you look from in the rose cage as well, so I'm going to have to walk on the gravel. Ooh, it's like walking on hot coals. Can you see how lovely that is from in here? And how she just gives you an amazing view over into section 2 of that rose room. Oh God, right next to you when you're sat here in the rose cage enjoying your gin and tonic. Do you like that vase of flowers that I picked earlier today? I think we've got Gertrude Jekyll in there, Comtesse de Chambord, Crown Princess Margarita. This is not out of the rose room. I've got these growing elsewhere in the garden. Look at that beautiful fruity fragrance. And I think in the back there is the Pilgrim, and then just a few different companion plants. Literally took seconds to put together. And that's an Emma Bridgewater vase. And the roses really do know the secrets. Goodness me, they do. Right, let's go around this rose cage. Just have a closer look at who's in here. The Gentle Hermione roses have gone over on their first flush, most of them. But you can see we've got a few blooms left. These looked amazing when they were out. Gorgeous shell-like blooms, just look at that. And this will put on, we've got basil canes coming out here, look. They're doing so well. Look at all of these. 1, 2, at least on that one already. So this is going to form a wonderful shrub, which will compete, if I'm being totally honest, when that shrub is fully grown, it'll be easily near the size of that Strawberry Hill, which will then be a bit further up onto the rose cage. So it'll just be an absolute nest of blooms around there. It'll smell amazing. Foxgloves are just coming to an end on here. Another one of those Gentle Hermione or Heritage. I need to compare these. I should have done it earlier in the year, but sadly I didn't, because I'm just busy with work and everything else. But you can see here, look, we've got basil canes coming out there. Let's have a look, focus. 1 down there, 2, 3 on that one. Looking wonderful. I love this Alchemilla mollis. You know, when it rains, the leaves of this are hydrophobic, which means they repel water, and they look like little lead balls when they collect, a bit like when they do on looping leaves. It's because there's tiny little hairs on there. You can actually see it. Can you see that in the sunlight? That's silvery. That's tiny, tiny little hairs. But I love them for this gorgeous spray of lime green flowers. It just adds that little kick of zest to the beds. This is Wollerton Old Hall. throwing out some ridiculously long canes. This one's definitely going to go up this year, I know that much. Reminds me a lot of Jude and Donahue, but of course the fragrance on this, I'm going to have another smell. Oh, wonderful myrrh fragrance, it's gorgeous. You can see Wollerton pales out into these creamy white blooms. Most delicate cupped arrangement, it's beautiful. We've got some long stems there, and I noticed earlier, look at those canes coming up the back, can you see them? Got a big strong one coming up there, goes all the way up to there, that's heading towards the rose cage, and we've got another one here coming up to the front. It's throwing out canes for the fun of it. I think this is the third of those rose cuttings that I did, just coming to the end of its first flush. And if we sort of step back, I tell you what, that cloud cover's lovely because it's been really hot while I've been filming this. So you can see fourth gentle Hermione, second Strawberry Hill, looking fabulous. Again, this one's a little bit further behind that one. I don't know why, again, this one didn't grow as quickly as that one, but I think it's catching up. Same age, this was put in 2 years ago when I put the cage in. And I'm nearly 6 foot, so these are probably pushing on 5.5 foot now, which is great. 2 more of these gentle Hermiones, just here and here. I need to put some water in this little insect station. I bought a few of these again off of Amazon. Just put some stones in so when I put water in there they don't drown. They got something to, well, you just put enough in there so they can land, go down and have a little drink, and they do. It's lovely to see the bees and hoverflies using it, but it's dry at the minute because I've not got round to filling it up. I'm going to get a few more and just dot them around the beds. I wouldn't mind getting some moving water in this room. I think for the sound of moving water, which I love, but also I think it draws birds and insects in. And I'm thinking maybe where the benches are at the end, just having some sort of platforms with like an urn on the top with a fountain that sort of collects its own water, and then there's a pump that just keeps circulating it, so that when you're sat down you've got that noise. You'll hear it from over here, but you'll see and you'll hear it there, which I think would be nice. And maybe just having one on each corner. Let me know what you think. I think that'd be quite special. Look at the backdrop of the trees and the beech hedging. It's a gorgeous willow tree. Got 2 of those. The other one's in section 4, which we'll turn around and come and have a look at that now. So this is the side that's really floriferous at the moment. So this has taken the longest to come out. And if I'm being honest with you, this is the reason I've postponed the tour, because there just weren't any colour in here even a week ago. So I didn't want to do it too early. And I've done it at the sacrifice of section 1 looking quite plain at the minute. But I think you'll appreciate taking you down here.